Hey Vintage Kids! I'm Miss Libby. I am part of Vintage Downtown, and I typically teach a bunch of you guys, and I really miss you guys, and I miss being able to hang out and play with dinosaurs and play dress up and just all the things that we get to do when we're at church together. So I know I'm missing our classroom a lot. I know you guys are too, and you guys are just having fun with your families back home, but I'm here in my home just like you are. And I hope, if it's okay, I wanted to join you guys for our lesson today. So we are going to keep talking about some of the things that Jesus teaches us in the New Testament. So we just finished learning about the parables and important truths that Jesus has to teach us about the kingdom. We learned key ideas about how the kingdom starts out small and grows large. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that lesson about the mustard seed, how it starts out small and grows large? We also learned the kingdom is the most important thing, like a treasure. Over the next few weeks, we will be studying a talk that Jesus gave during his life on earth called the Sermon of the Mount. A sermon where Jesus taught his followers important ideas about kingdom life and how we can show Jesus to each other. So we're going to open up our Bible. If you guys have a children's Bible with you, or just a general Bible, go ahead and grab it, pause the video, go grab it, bring it back, and we're going to read out of Matthew 5, verses 23 and 24. And I'm going to read it out loud if you guys just want to listen. This is how I want you to act. If you enter your place of worship and about to make a worship and give an offering, you suddenly remember a fight with your friend. Go, leave your offering, leave right away, go to this friend and make things right. Then and only then come back and work things out with God. Okay? So what do we notice is happening here? Let's think about it. Have you ever gotten into a fight with a friend or an argument with a friend? Just shake your head if you haven't gotten into one before. Nah. Of course we've gotten into fights before. Of course we've argued before. Sometimes after we get in an argument, we like to pretend that it never happened. But what does Jesus tell us? He tells us to make things right. He tells us to do that before we give an offering or we go worship. So that must be pretty important if Jesus is telling us that we need to go fix those things before we worship, right? That's kind of a big deal. So what does that mean? It means that when we hurt someone, we're to say sorry. We ask for forgiveness. But why do we need to do that? Let's think about what Jesus is teaching us about the kingdom here. He taught us that he loves us more than anything. He loves you more than anything. And last week we learned that we should treat others as we wish to be treated, with that same grace. Well, as if he loves us all that much, so much that he would want to give his life for us, and if he wants us to treat others that way, I think we shouldn't really argue with that. But it's okay. We are going to mess up sometimes, and that's okay. But when we do, we should go and we should apologize. So if you guys want, you can go and read the lesson again. You can read the passage again. You might want to ask your mom and dad or your siblings maybe if they've had an example in their lives about when that's happened to them and how they ask for forgiveness. If you guys want to read the passage again, anything like that, ask your parents some questions. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and thank you for joining my virtual Sunday school group, and I really hope I see you guys again soon, okay? Bye!